This happened like right before I started pulling for the show. Yeah, I guess Trump met with Zelensky in the White House, and I guess it gets heated. Let's see. Let me, oh shit. Let me back it up.
Killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and
you know, it's really disrespectful to come in here and call us on our bullshit. You're supposed to just sit there and nod like a good little boy. Ukraine's the next puppet state that's going to be under our control, so you should shut the fuck up.
Forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you
Kiss the ring, bitch.
say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the open?
You're gonna like shit talk Zelensky for going on a propaganda tour when this fuck right here in the middle has been doing for 8 fucking years.
Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will
Don't,
not
you
have
gotta,
war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not.
Don't warn me about something that's gonna happen, you dirty Slavic fuck. I know everything.
Telling you,
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right.
Yeah, so all you dumbass liberals who said that Trump's gonna bumblefuck Ukraine, the whole Ukraine order. Well, look at that. You've been proven wrong once again, lib cucks. All I see here is diplomacy at its finest.
Right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing
But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
Play ball, or I'm giving all your shit to Putin.
The
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's
with all
backed
respect to
you
your
far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No.
God, it's like he's arguing with like his 2 abusive parents or something. Like they're like, you need to be thankful at how bad I'm fucking you, you piece of shit.
In this
Even
entire meeting,
today,
have you said thank
even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation.
I wonder why he would have rather had a Democrat as president. And I don't know. Him sitting here now beats the fuck out of me.
For the United States of
are you
America
thinking about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
Don't talk to my wife like that, you piece of shit. Don't you dare do that. You know what? Get out.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I.
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very...
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, the end of this video, like, Zelensky just fucking boom, like right to that motherfucker. He looks like he wants to. Like that face right there is the face of a dude that's done with your shit. Like all these world leaders, they're not gonna win by being nice with Trump. They're gonna have to like I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to stoop down to his level. Like world leaders that have to deal with like Macron earlier and now Zelensky, they just basically have to say, "Hey Donald, shut the fuck up for a second and let me fucking talk." That's all you fucking do is spray diarrhea. It's my turn. It's my turn to have diarrhea, bitch.
Beginning of the war, we've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you through
I
this
said,
stupid president $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
Yes. What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than.
This is what happens, by the way, when MAGA dipshits get out into the real world and have to deal with normal people. Because we're seeing it on a big world scale level now. But this is what it's like actually talking with his fucking supporters, too. Like when you go outside and they come up to you and start talking about shit, you can calmly say your position. They'll start interrupting you and say, "No, you're wrong. I know what's actually right. You're fucking stupid, blah, 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 blah." Like this is what it's like. But now we're just seeing it with, extremely powerful people. Like, but this is the same as an exchange you would have at a fucking gas station with somebody. Or like with your uncle at Thanksgiving.
Trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on
I
over
understand,
there.
sir.
I think it's very
Me
important.
too.
That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. You're
I'm pretty sure he's very thankful we've given him a fuckload of money. I don't know, it's complicated because I understand that they shouldn't be conquered by Russia. Russia is the aggressor here, no matter what this stupid fuck on the right says. But, like, at the same time, we're giving people a whole lot of fucking money while we're all poor. So, I don't really have a full position on this, but you're basically just invited this guy into the country to shit on him. Like, and now you're throwing a little bitch baby poopy diaper fit that he's standing up to you. Probably because he has a fucking pair. That's one thing I can give him as a world leader, Zelensky, is that he has fucking balls. If he didn't have balls, he would have surrendered years ago. Like, it'd be kind of cool to have a president that did this, that gives a fuck about people, and isn't afraid to call you on your stupid bullshit.
people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop.
We have you by the balls, you little bitch. You are going to be in debt to us forever. So how about you sit there like a good boy and not talk about me like that? Or I will give all your shit to Putin.
Getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your
with,
Biden, not smart. Me, Trump, very smart. You talk to me now.
that was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks.
Biden gave him javelins. I remember when that like first happened. Like when this war first broke out, I was watching like every news article, every piece of war footage ever. Biden was also giving him that shit.
Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
Right, but he's not talking about the 2014 thing. He's talking about the thing that happened just a few years ago. Like Biden and Obama are not the same person. I don't know if you know this or not. One's a eloquently talking biracial man that still pisses off old racist people to this day, just if you bring him up. Biden is a dementia-riddled, warmongering fuckface. They're two different people.
You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
He's like the fucking mafia, dude. Like he's literally acting like the fucking like, you know, the Don. Well, I mean, his name is Donald. Okay.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry, here.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden.
Yeah, what if something bad happens? What about it? Who gives a shit? It's just something bad that's happening. What a way to dodge a question. We fucking voted this guy in again. We're so fucking stupid. We have 4 more years of this. Fuck me, dude.
They didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony. That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam.
I like how he just moved the conversation to attacking Democrat. You're not running for anything anymore. This is your last term. You don't have to campaign anymore. You're just going to blame everything. I said this was going to happen. So basically, anytime he fucks it up, him and his supporters are just going to say, oh, it's Biden's fault that Trump fucked up something. Like, that's just what's going to happen. And then his followers will never hold him to any sort of actual fucking standard. This is just the strategy for the next 4 years, is to blame everything on somebody that's not president anymore.
Scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia.
Well, anybody in Hunter Biden's bedroom was going, oh, for sure. Y'all seen that video? I didn't expect Joe Biden's son to have a big fucking that caught me off guard.
Russia, the 51 agents, the whole thing was a scam, and he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this: he might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened, but he didn't break them with me. He wants to make it.
Look, Putin is. Yeah, Putin's a piece of shit that has broken deals with all of our presidents before, but he won't do it with me. I pinky swear. I give the best rim jobs ever. He pinky promised me that if I lick his balls right and take his money, and we give him money and COVID tests, that he won't break any deals with us. Believe me.
A deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
have you?
I don't.
That's what you're doing right now, is empowering him. You're sitting here yelling at him like a fucking 5-year-old.
think you'd be a tough guy without the United States, and your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty. But
look at Zelensky's face. He realizes. I think he's realized just now, like, how fucked he is. Like this, I feel bad for him, but like, as soon as Russia invaded Ukraine, like back when Biden was still president, like, that was our strategy with this, was like, okay, we're going to arm the fuck out of Ukraine, and if they win, they are going to be our fucking slaves forever. They are going to own us so much debt. Like they will be our little puppet state. They'll do exactly whatever the fuck we say, just like all our other countries that we control, like Israel, Japan, South Korea, all of fucking Europe. Like that, that's going through his head right now. Like, I think he's finally realized it. He's like, oh, fuck.
you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think
You're
we've
not
seen
nice.
enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
I mean,
All right.
there's one thing he knows. Yeah, it is good television.
We'll see what we can do about putting it.
Oh, God. I forget this fucker exists. Like, every time he shows back up, I'm like, oh, yeah, J.D. Vance. I forgot he was a thing. Have you guys seen that video of Trump at the Super Bowl? They're, like, interviewing him, and they're like, he asks Trump, the interviewer does, he's like, so, do you think that J.D. Vance will be a good successor to the White House? Do you think he'll be the Republican nominee in 2028? And Trump, without skipping a fucking beat, is like, no, not at all. He's not going to be president. Fuck that. Like, he's literally only here because nobody else would fucking do it. Or he was the only white guy that would do it. You know.
We'll see, I don't know.
All right, guys, come on, please.
Okay. Fun stuff. So diplomacy seems to be going really well. Way better than, Biden's diplomacy. That was a shit show compared to our fucking master here. I can understand. Now I see what